It's a respiratory disease. There's dust all over the place. Coming off the roads, coming off the rock. Inhale it too much, you're going to cause damage to your lungs.
As a general rule, and you don't know about it until you've got it.
From what I understand, two people can be working next to each other over 20 or 30 years, and one person will get it and the other person won't.
Coal workers' pneumoconiosis and other mine dust lung diseases such as silicosis are caused by the inhalation of tiny dust particles, generally over many years.
A diagnosis of mine dust lung disease is a concern for miners. It doesn't mean that it's a career-ending diagnosis, but it's probably a career-changing diagnosis.
Even though your cab looks like it seals fine, it is that really minute stuff that you can't really see, but you can sort of feel it a little bit.
You know, constantly in and out of the machine where you can actually see it floating in the sun.
Have diggers around us as well, and the drill cuttings from the drills are quite fine dust, and it's hard to control that.
The respirable dust ranges in size. This size coal block represents the size of a human hair. All of these sizes can be trapped in the upper airway. But this small piece, which is equivalent to the 5 micron, in comparison to the human hair, is very, very small. You can't see that piece of dust, but you can inhale it, and it gets into the lower lung, and that's the dust that causes the problem.
From what I've heard, you start wheezing, you shortness of breath, and then comes fatigue.
It's basically like emphysema, or someone who's smoked all their life.
Like you can't get a full breath of air when you're trying to do something, sort of like a bit of respiratory depression.
This is an example of an X-ray with a few scars, and that's called simple pneumoconiosis. People may have very significant symptoms with this of coughing, wheezing, shortness of breath. They may not be able to play sports or even be able to do some of their activities at home. Here's an example of somebody that has massive fibrosis, huge scars, the more complicated form of the disease, and this is almost most frequently associated with very severe symptoms of shortness of breath and not even maybe being able to do the activities of daily living like taking a bath, dressing yourself, doing things that you really need to do, let alone tasks or chores at home. Early diagnosis is key because we can prevent the disease from progressing. We can remove people from exposure, we can lessen their exposures, and we can really work on anything else that could be damaging their lungs or other things that might be causing a problem.